everyone, I'm Jess, and this week we've got a detailed look at the new PUBG PC from Yoyo Tech. We're saying goodbye to the PS2, and we're looking ahead to the return of Lara Croft next week. Here's the TLDR. The Call of Duty Black Ops 4 private beta goes live on Monday for a whole week. Pre-order customers on PS4 will get 7 days access to the new mode Blackout when Activision switch on the servers for testing on the 10th. Xbox One and PC players will be able to join the action on the 14th, and the beta will wrap up on the 17th. The Battle Royale mode will support up to 80 players in each match, and we'll definitely be giving it a shot, so come back next week for our thoughts. Exciting news in the world of game adaptations this week as the Witcher Netflix series announced they've found their Geralt. Cavill first expressed an interest in the role a few months ago, and a few days ago the news was confirmed as the show boss Lauren Hisrich announced on Twitter her excitement for seeing Cavill in the role after seeing him audition. Cavill responded in good nature with a light-hearted Facebook post with his new mailing address in Kedwin, and the overwhelming response to the casting is one of positivity. We can't wait to see the finished product. BioWare's next title is the highly anticipated Anthem, and fans have been dying to know when they'll be able to get their hands on the highly anticipated sci-fi RPG. Well, good news, as this week EA announced that anyone who pre-orders the game will get access to the demo, which starts on February 1st next year, ahead of the game's release on the 22nd. Make sure your Origin Access or EA Access membership is active though, as without a current membership you won't be able to access the demo. We saw a teaser for Binding of Isaac Repentance last week, and this week the game's creator Edmund McMillen gave us more details on the upcoming expansion of the hit game. Repentance will be the third paid-for expansion for the Binding of Isaac Rebirth, and, according to Macmillan, will be the final one. Based on the anti-birth mod for Isaac, Repentance will be tweaked a bit in order to make it canon, and will feature a new story and cutscenes. As of yet, Repentance doesn't have a release date, but keep an eye out for more details dropping. Earlier this week, EA announced that the latest game in the Battlefield franchise will be delayed. A statement from EA has cited that the delay is due to them concentrating on in-game changes that need to be made ahead of the release, and we always like to look on the positive side when it comes to delays, as they usually mean a better gaming experience. And finally, 6 years after production of the machine stopped, Sony will cease support for PlayStation 2. The much-beloved console was launched in March 2004 and quickly went on to be the best-selling console ever, and Sony Japan have kept it alive by offering aftercare service. All this will end, however, on September 7th. Sony Japan have urged users to register their consoles before August 31st in order to get their console fixed one last time. This week we were lucky enough to get hands-on with one of the PUBG branded PCs. This rare build comes in a limited edition PUBG branded case, which will house everything you need to take home a chicken dinner or several. Powered by a limited edition Intel Hexa-Core i7-8086K processor, this monster of a machine is built to play PUBG on the best settings and give you the best experience. The PUBG PC houses a 500GB M2 Samsung 970 EVO SSD and 32GB of DDR4, running at an impressive 4266 MHz. This build also comes equipped with an Asus Nvidia GeForce GTX 1080 Ti, 11GB ROG Strix overclocked graphics card, and is all powered by an EVGA Supernova 850W modular power supply. If all that's getting you hot under the collar, then don't worry, as there's a full custom RGB water cooling system with hardline tubing included to keep you gaming for those longer sessions. We can't wait to take this for a trial run, and if it's got your attention, make sure you keep an eye on the game website for launch, as it's exclusive to them in the UK. An adventure riddled with puzzles and obstacles comes to Switch and PS4 on September 21st. Candle, the Power of the Flame, has you play as Teku, a young novice who sets out on a dangerous journey to rescue his tribe's shaman from an evil tribe. We love the beautiful art style of this game. The hand-drawn watercolours are like a painting come to life, and the whole thing is accompanied by a gorgeous soundtrack. Your path is littered with challenges, and make sure you keep a keen eye and awareness of your surroundings at all times, in case your next step is your last.
Candle.
Valkyria Chronicles 4 is coming to the UK on September 25th. Available on PS4, Xbox One and Switch, the tactical role-playing game follows the same style as the previous 3 instalments. Set in the same time frame as the original Valkyria Chronicles, 4 will focus on a new cast of characters. The Second European War is taking place, and as the Atlantic Federation and the Eastern Imperial Alliance fight it out, an attempt is made to end the conflict. The Federation executes Operation Northern Cross, sending out Commander Claude Wallace and his friends in Squad E to fight Imperial soldiers and the Valkyria. Continue the journey with Alex Hunter in FIFA 19 on PS4, Xbox One and PC. On September 25th, you can follow his journey as Alex signs for Real Madrid and becomes their star player. Featuring the UEFA Cup competitions for the first time, FIFA 19 has also had an overhaul of controls to give even more dynamic gameplay, bringing you closer to the action. Customers who pre-order the Championship Edition will get 3-day early access to the game and all features. This week in 2006, we got our first introduction to the open-world survival beat-em-up horror that is Dead Rising. You played as Frank West, a photojournalist trapped in a shopping mall during a zombie outbreak. Somehow, it falls to you to rescue survivors trapped in the complex, whilst also dealing with crazed psychopaths and attempting to uncover the truth behind the outbreak. With an open-world sandbox environment giving optional tasks, as well as a main story to complete, Dead Rising had several additional endings available if certain conditions aren't met. The game had two modes. 72-hour mode was the main mode and the only one initially available to players. Here you had to complete a series of case files, major missions that advanced the storyline. Completing them within the time limit would then unlock overtime mode, giving you one more day to complete additional objectives. The second mode was Infinity mode and was unlocked after completing overtime, allowing players to roam the mall with no time limit, aiming to survive as long as possible. Dead Rising received generally positive reviews, spawning 3 sequels and a lot of praise for the innovative ways in which zombies could be killed. Thanks for joining us for this week's TLDR. We'll be back in the same place at the same time next week. Make sure you like, subscribe and ring that bell to make sure you always get the TLDR. September 12th is Video Games Day, and we're celebrating with exclusive deals both in-store and online. There's also a competition to win a limited edition Spider-Man PS4 Pro, so keep an eye on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram for more details. And this week, the game's creator, Edmund McMillan, an adventure riddled with Here you had to complete a series of case files, major missions, This week, we were lucky enough to get hands-on with one of the